Afloat with Henry Morgan. Kitty is so deeply in love with Geoffrey Hunter that she cannot believe he doesn't return her love, not realizing that he only feels for her gratitude and pity. Diatz, who knows of Geoffrey's infatuation for Dolores, is eager that Kitty should learn of it. So, knowing when Geoffrey intends visiting Dolores, he and Kitty hide in the garden of Government House and see Geoffrey making love to her. Seeing this, Kitty's love changes to hate. But instead of turning to Diatz as he expected, she still will have nothing to do with him. But he knows his turn is coming. The imitation gem with which Dolores hopes to make Morgan betray the hiding place of the necklet is made, and she now waits her chance to use it. At the Dolphin Tavern, Kitty tells Geoffrey how she now hates him. They're interrupted by a man who claims to know Geoffrey, but Geoffrey ignores him and leaves. Then the stranger tells Kitty that Geoffrey is a convict who's been sent out from England.
So it's escaped that he has, is it?
Never you mind. But what you've been telling me interests me vastly. I'd like to hear more. Are you sure that is the man?
Well, his name's Hunter, ain't it? And he comes from England, don't he?
Oh, and it's foolish that I've been. I should have realized why it was that Geoffrey Hunter didn't want to talk about himself. Tell me, how long would it be now since this man Hunter was sent out, and why was he sent?
Oh, I don't know how long it was exactly, but not so very long ago.
And how can I be sure that what you say is correct?
How can you be sure? Listen, lady, wasn't it through me he was convicted? We were in a little scheme together. Well, not exactly a little scheme, but he got involved in a little business I was doing, which was not quite according to the law, see? I took him for a prize mug, and that he was, too. I got away, but he was left to take the blame, and he took it. Sent out for life, he was. Now the mug thinks he can ignore me.
And you're willing to swear that he's the man, the very same man? You see, I don't want to make a mistake. It would only lead to further trouble for myself.
I'm sure as my own name is Tobias Clegg. What's he been doing out here, anyway? What sort of work has he had?
Now, you just mind your own business and let me deal with this.
Oh, now, my young lady. Maybe there'd be a nice reward for an escaped convict. How did he get away with it? Staying here in Port Royal without anyone catching up with him?
If you know what's wise for you, Tobias Clegg, you'll keep your mouth shut about this. You've not been here long enough to know that I'm a person whose anger is to be feared.
Listen, there ain't a wench in the world who can put one over on me. Well, tell me where this Geoffrey Hunter hides out, because I want to know, see? So come on and tell me, else I'll bet the daylights out of you.
You lay your hands off me. I just have to call out for those men, and they'll take the life from you.
You tell me where I can find this Geoffrey Hunter.
Take your hands from me.
Then tell me.
Take your hands off me.
Hands off the lady, your friend.
Jeez, make him leave me alone.
Who do you think you are? Don't push your nose into business that don't concern you.
You make one big mistake. Kitty, she concern me very much. You leave her alone, or I take you by the seat of your pants and throw you out into the roadway. And all these men here, they all know, Kitty. They'll do what I say unless you leave her alone.
Well, all right, mister. You needn't get nasty. I didn't realize. You see, the lady, she knows something I want to know.
She'll tell you if she wants to. Now, you get outside.
All right. But listen, Kitty, as they call you, just remember that if you collect anything for this information I've given you, I'm coming back to get my share of it, see? Good night.
What are you doing, Kitty, that he should use force on you? You playing around again?
Faith, no. Diatz, come in here to the storeroom where we can talk in private. I've learned something which will interest you vastly. Come in quickly and close the door behind you.
Yeah. Now then, what is it?
Hunter was here a while ago, and I told him just how much I hated him. I told him what fate would give me the chance to strike back at him. I told him that. And I'd no sooner said that when a man came in who claimed he knew Hunter. Hunter said he'd never seen the man before in his life and hurriedly left.
Well?
After he'd gone, the man told me that Hunter is an escaped convict. He was sent out here from England to serve a life sentence.
Hunter, a convict, eh? By the saints of... Yeah, what is he doing about the Flying Gull?
He's escaped. And you know the penalty for escaped convicts.
I wonder if he has told Morgan this story.
I doubt it. Haven't you ever noticed when anyone asks him about his past, he won't speak of it? And now we know why. Because he's afraid. Oh, this is just what I wished would happen. And so I'll go straight to the authorities. I'll go to Sir Thomas Moffat himself, and in front of that kinswoman of his, Antoinette de Lacy. I'll tell him what I've learned of Geoffrey Hunter. And it'll be with joy in my heart and a song on my lips I'll see him go to the swamps to work out his hard beats to death of fever and reptiles. And it's right this very night I'm going to see Sir Thomas.
Indeed, and you'll do no such thing.
What?
You listen to me. I also have an interest in this little plan of yours.
You have not.
Yeah, listen to me now. I have a good idea. If you send him to the swamp, he will still remain Morgan's friend. Maybe Morgan help him to escape. Get some of his men to put him on the ship. Then your revenge is no good.
Morgan wouldn't dare do that.
Morgan would do anything if it suited his purpose. I have a better idea. We can, at the same time, send him to the swamp, destroy Morgan's trust in him, and completely break their friendship for all time.
But how can that be done?
You have not forgotten the Aztec necklace, huh? Maybe you have, but I have not. Remember, I promised it to you.
I told you I wanted no part of it.
But I still would like to give it to you. I can get it now. Why not let me steal it first, eh? And then you go to the convict authorities and you tell them about Hunter, and we'll arrange to have Hunter taken quietly and secretly away. Morgan will discover the necklace is gone. Hunter will have disappeared. Morgan will think Hunter has stolen the necklace and has gone away. And, well, Morgan would never forgive him for that.
Really? Why, it's a great idea. And I would, after all this, have the necklace for myself.
And maybe you show your gratitude to Diatz, eh?
No, Diatz, that I won't do.
Very well, then. You see, I'm a changed man. I give you the necklace anyhow. You think it's a great idea, eh?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I must get the necklace. And then you can inform the authorities.
Very well.
Matthew, I'm looking for Captain Morgan.
He's not aboard tonight, Mr. Hunter.
Where can I find him? I must see him urgently.
I don't know.
I see. It pleases me very much, Matthew. If anyone comes aboard the ship looking for me, you have not seen me all night. You understand? I have not returned.
You mean Captain Morgan?
I don't mean Captain Morgan or any of the crew. I mean any stranger who comes to see me. Is that clear?
Aye, aye, sir.
So, it is you, Diatz.
Yeah. Let us go out into the garden. I've something most important to tell you. We have to work and work quickly. It is a chance of a lifetime.
You mean take the necklace?
Yeah. We must do it tonight before Captain Morgan returns to the ship.
Why? What is the hurry?
Yeah, now, come along. Let us talk here in this part of the garden. Listen. Tonight I learned that Jeffrey Hunter is an escaped convict.
Indeed. So that is why he was so secret about his past.
And if I take the necklace tonight and then expose Hunter, have him arrested, Morgan will think Hunter has taken the necklace and disappeared.
But how to find the secret hiding place?
Hunter has gone back to the ship. I'll go and give him the gem. You hide yourself in the cabin and you watch where he puts it, eh?
Oh, yes, but I am so sick of him. I am sick of his love-lorn ways. But there is just one thing that's worrying me. The Spanish ship which is to put in at night to the Jamaican coast and contact me will not be here for another week. Just what to do with the necklace? Where to hide it?
I've thought all that out. You see, it is part of my little scheme to safeguard myself. To make sure that Kitty and I will sail with you to Cuba.
And what is this?
I give the necklace to Kitty. You'll get it when we go aboard the ship which goes to Cuba.
No, I do not like this plan at all.
Only by agreeing will I help you tonight. Do you not see? Kitty will be seen in the Dolphin Tavern with the necklace, and Morgan will believe that Hunter has given it to her.
And do you think that Morgan will allow Kitty wear the necklace for a whole week? He will take it back from her.
Yeah, that is easy. You see, in the morning, Kitty, she'll have disappeared. I'll take her away by force like that. At daybreak, she'll be safely hidden and will not be seen again. And Morgan will think she has run away with Hunter.
It seems I have put too much trust in you, Diatz.
But you have no choice, eh? You want the necklace, I want the Kitty. I want we get to Cuba, I want the money you promised me. I'll not betray you, but you might betray me. And so I safeguard myself.
Very well. If you wait just a minute while I get a dark cloak, I will accompany you to the Flying Gull. I want to get this business over as soon as possible.
I'm pleased that you paid me a visit tonight, Captain Morgan.
You're tired of my ship, Sir Thomas.
Oh, it's been a day of surprises for me. Eh, Colonel Atterbury?
Captain Morgan, you should have seen Sir Thomas's face when I met him this evening. He had no idea I was in Port Royal.
Oh, you say that you came out here in charge of the soldiers guarding the convict ship.
Yes, it's my first visit to Port Royal, and right glad I am that I didn't come on the last convict ship.
You mean the one that was wrecked on the Jamaican coast? Bad job, lad. All hands lost, not one survivor.
You knew Sir Thomas Motford in England, Colonel Atterbury?
Yes, for years and years.
Oh, yes, one of my oldest friends.
You know, I was sorry, Thomas, that I couldn't get here for dinner, but there were several things I had to attend to.
Oh, the surprise was just as great when you dropped in afterwards. I had no idea you were thinking of coming out here.
Knowing you were here, Thomas, it gave me an interest.
I say, that slave is a long time getting that pork. I think I shall go and see what's keeping him. Excuse me, will you? You can keep Colonel Atterbury entertained, that I know more.
Yes, very well. You being such a close friend of Sir Thomas, must know his kinswoman, Mademoiselle de Lacy.
Know her? Know her? Was it not I who brought her from France to England?
Oh, she'll be interested to see you again.
That she will, Captain Morgan. I hear you saved her from a possible watery grave.
Yes, I had that good fortune.
It always amazes me that Antoinette should be French. Looking at her with that raven black hair and those blue eyes, you'd swear she was Irish.
What coloring?
Black hair and blue eyes.
That's strange. You know, I've seen the lass often enough. I could have sworn that Antoinette de Lacy had eyes as black as her hair.
Dolores is confident that this night her planning will come to fruition. But danger and disaster threaten her in the next episode of Afloat with Henry Morgan.